It's Nikon. You think I'm gonna take
Come on now.
20 minutes to read this? No.
Yeah, right.
So what? So that's nice. It comes with a thick one and a thin one.
Yep, I was gonna mention that.
Yeah. Basically, Nikon.
What it always comes down to.
Up your game. All right, what's up, everybody, and welcome to the Darkroom Podcast. We are now on episode 21.
Wow.
My name's Nick.
My name's Adam.
So, how's your week since we last spoke?
Still very busy. Nothing's changed. Just going to school and work and rinse and repeat. Just all the time.
Sounds fun.
It's not.
Really?
Yeah, can you believe that?
I honestly can't. School and work just sound like the most fun thing. I mean, when it's photography school, it's actually, it is pretty fun.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah, because there's like no textbooks.
Yeah. Well, there's one textbook that Adam and I both bought.
Unfortunately.
And never used one. Like, the one time we used it in class, he literally put the screenshots of the pages up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, I mean, I guess he knew, like, no one bought it. I think it was me, you, and like Danielle. I think there was, like, 3 of us total that bought it.
I'm sure there was good information in there.
I still have it.
I do, too.
Maybe there is. Maybe one day I'll take a look.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Maybe.
For
I mean,
David.
I definitely looked through, like, the film stuff. But I don't remember any of it, so...
I didn't even know there was a film section, so...
Yeah. Yeah, anyways, that's basically it. We watched the AJ and Usyk fight yesterday.
I did not.
With a couple friends. It was good.
I didn't realize how early it was.
Yeah.
And then, the one guy I watch on YouTube who, like, breaks these down, he was doing a live stream. So I just saw he was live, and he was, like, 4 hours in or whatever, however long it was. And I was like, shoot. So I Googled it, and then I was like, what time is the fight? And then it just showed me the results, and I was like, oh. I mean, I don't know if I was going to watch it, but yeah. I ended up watching UFC, which was normal.
I also heard there was something good happening in UFC as well.
It was a good card. It was a very good card. Do you know Nick Diaz?
Kind of.
So Nick Diaz came back after, like, 6 years off. Looked like an old man, I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Came out, like, through a jumping spinning kick.
Wow.
And I was like... And just when he was throwing, he looked, like, slow.
Yeah.
But he started to get into it more.
Yeah.
I mean, he still ended up losing, but after kind of getting into it, he looked a bit better. But at the beginning, I was like, oh. And it popped up, like, someone bet, like, $7,000 on him or something. No. I was like, oh, yeah. And then the main event was also, like, I mean, most of the fights were good, but the main event was, like, Volkanovski, Ortega. Volkanovski was in a headlock.
Ooh.
Actually, he was in a couple submission attempts. A triangle choke, something else. Or was it like a guillotine? No, I don't think it was a guillotine. Whatever. They were all chokes. And, like, I swear to God, his face was going, like, purple, bro. And he's like, he just looked pissed. And he's, like, trying to get out. He ends up getting out.
Oh, my
God.
God.
He, like, you could see he was pissed. Like, he started just, boom,
oh,
boom.
My God.
Ground and pound. But honestly, props to both of them. Like, the fact that his opponent also managed to stay in the fight because he took some big shots and it was still competitive.
Jeez.
But yeah, so UFC was definitely good last night.
Yeah, jeez. Like, there was a lot going on. There was the boxing, the UFC, and the Leafs had their first preseason game. So we watched that instead of UFC, I guess. It was fun. The Leafs absolutely destroyed Montreal 4-1. And Montreal, like, I think they only got, like, 1 or 2 shots on the Leafs net in the second period. Like, you know, you're supposed to get, like, maybe 10, 15 shots per period.
That's not great.
Yeah.
Just one of those games for them? Or they're just trash? I don't know.
They're just trash.
Yeah. Okay.
Even though it's the first preseason game, and this is our first time seeing the team, trash. Fair. Oh my God. Honestly, I think this is the first time
that I have not worn a hat in the podcast.
Oh yeah.
21 episodes. It took me.
That's
and the only reason is because I got a haircut today.
Yeah.
And wanted to see how it looked actually done up.
Well, it looks good.
Well, thank you. Let's see. I got a couple topics for today.
Okay.
A couple small ones. Oh my god, I'm about to drop my iPad.
I have like one thing I could talk about, but it's not like a topic about like.
Okay.
You know, I can get into it later.
Okay. One thing I saw a YouTube video for last week. Yeah, I was gonna bring this up actually last week, but then we were just a little rushed for time.
Yeah.
Is a drawing tablet.
Okay.
You haven't really used it, have you? Used any?
Not really.
Yeah. I mean, like, I find them pretty nice, but like, it depends what you're editing. Like when I'm doing portraits, I like it. I like it a lot. But if I'm doing stuff with like the pen tool where I have to like actually click, I don't like using the pen for that. Yeah. Or even like with the buttons. But basically this one, the company's called Xenselabs, I believe. Xenselabs. I think that, yeah. I think we're honestly a little late with this one. Like I think this has been out for a while, but I don't care. It's cool, so I'm gonna bring it up.
Okay.
So I don't actually know what the Wacom like equivalent of this tablet. I don't know what the price is. But like the one I have at work is the equivalent. It's the Wacom EOS Pro, and it's the medium one, which is like probably that big maybe. And then I personally have the small one. Okay, so that is $400 or $500 around that, the Wacom one. And this one is $359.99. Oh, that's US. Okay, so ends up being more. But I'll show you what it looks like here. It comes with a lot more than the Wacom does. It comes with 2 pens, which like none of the tablets I've seen on Amazon or like anywhere come with 2. You always have to buy the other one. So that's nice. It comes with a thick one and a thin one.
Yep, I was gonna mention that.
Yeah. So you know, whatever you're feeling, if you're feeling thick for the day, you go with the thick.
Yeah.
But if the thick is just too darn big,
you're
gonna have to, go down and use the thin.
Yeah.
The one nice thing, the thick has I think 3 buttons.
Okay.
I don't know what else to call it. The bigger one? That doesn't sound any better.
No, the thicker one.
The thicker pen has, I believe it was 3 buttons on on it.
So a lot of functionality with the thick one.
Yes.
Okay.
Whereas like a Wacom one only has 2.
Okay.
And then I believe the thin one had 2. And then the coolest thing for me was probably just this guy here. I guess it won't even let me zoom. Okay.
Ooh.
Right? Which has shortcut buttons.
Oh my.
Which, to be fair, a lot of tablets will usually have buttons on the tablet, but this is separate. And then it has like a scroll wheel at the top, which I believe you can push on to do certain things, and you can use it to zoom in and out when you turn it. And you can completely program all those shortcut keys.
That's really nice.
And I'm like, oh man, that just seems like it would just help so much in the workflow. And I don't know, I feel like it's just nicer to use than buttons on the tablet, because then your hand you can like move this wherever, right?
Yeah.
Whereas with the tablet, you have to keep the tablet in the one spot, and you're moving your hand to press the buttons.
Yeah. Especially if they have the buttons like on top, because then you have to like rest your hand basically on the thing or keep it up, which
so I just end up using the keyboard, right? So I'm like one hand like this, and then using the tablet like that. Whereas this, you can just use that. Obviously, you'd still have your keyboard because you can't completely get away from using it. But if you have kind of like same habits when you're editing, doing the same things, you have those shortcuts. That would save so much time.
Yeah.
And another little cool feature is you can see here the yellow you can change the colors
Oh.
of those glowing or of those lights. And I believe you can have it change based on the application you're opening.
Okay.
So you open Photoshop, they go blue. You open Premiere, which I mean, like, you don't really need it.
Yeah.
But like, it's just kind of a cool little feature.
Yeah. Well, so, with all the Adobe apps, they're like almost the same color, all of them at this point.
That's true. Yeah. Very true.
I literally do it almost all the time now, where I go to edit the podcast, I go to click Premiere, but I click on Audition instead because they're right beside each other, and I just like, I don't even look. I just kind of, go to what I think is Premiere. It's not as easy as the old days. They all had their colors. It was beautiful. Yeah.
I mean, the Photoshop is definitely different. But it's blue. But if you compare it to Lightroom, then it is also.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fair. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But again, that's just a little thing. Like, and to me, like, that seems a lot more worth it.
Yeah.
Than the Wacom.
Mm-hmm.
Although Wacom, I guess, is a bigger company, so they have more name recognition and have sold more. But like, from the YouTube video I watched, he definitely recommended it. He said it was a-okay. I believe the pressure was the same as the Wacom, same amount. Because I don't know. What does it say, actually? I think it might say 8,192 pressure levels.
Holy.
I think that's what it is on the Wacom.
That's a lot.
Mine?
I don't even...
I don't think mine is that. I think mine's small. I don't know. I feel like it's the mini. Yeah, the mini.
I didn't think they would call it just the small.
I don't know. I don't know what it's called. Whatever.
I would guess
mini,
it's
small,
the mini.
Something. But yeah, that's. I think that's basically all I wanted to talk about with that. Like, I don't think there's really anything else that exciting. I mean, it's a drawing tablet, so you kind of what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. I'd love to try one.
I know.
Because I haven't really used one.
I should get you to try mine, but it's not going to be as good as this.
Yeah.
Even the one I get to use at work.
Uh-huh.
But I don't always use it because I have to select stuff a lot. With, like,
yeah, you're doing a lot more like commercial.
But yeah, with portraits, beautiful.
Yeah, portraits, I bet.
It comes with a glove too.
Okay, yeah. Don't most of them just come with one, or?
Mine didn't. My Wacom one.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if they all do, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. Like, it's not like, well, I guess for sweat, like, because it's not like your hand actually affects it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, and they're battery-free pens, which is nice.
That's very nice.
But again, that's same with Wacom. So mostly pretty similar, but you get more for less or around the same.
That's good. Good deal.
Yeah. Did you wanna talk about your
sure
thing?
You know what? Sure. Last week I mentioned to you, this was off podcast, that I had a surprise coming.
You did.
That's no longer existent.
Oh.
Because I was really thinking of getting an EOS R.
Oh.
And I was really close to buying one this week. But then I was like, I've got a trip to Europe coming up next year, which I got to start saving for.
Right.
And I'm switching cars next year, which I want to do stuff to it. I'm going to need money for that. So then I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't buy the EOS R yet.
Fair.
If I do, though, it might be right before the trip to Europe.
Yeah.
And I'll take just the 6D to Europe in case it gets stolen. Because then I have a super expensive body back home.
Beauty. Dang, that's exciting.
Yeah. I mean, oh man, I was really excited too. Like I could technically just get it, but
yeah,
they're still going for like 2,000, and they like if you wanted to buy one new, it's like 2,200. They're not even that cheap yet.
What's the R6?
Okay, I was thinking about that one too, but it would be like a downgrade in megapixels for me.
Is it 20? The R6?
Something like, or 21.
And then
and mine's
what's the R?
like 24.
Isn't it like 30 or something?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then the R can shoot 4K
cropped,
the R can shoot okay. Because I don't know what this R6 can do. I think it can do 4K.
Yeah.
I don't know
not
if it's
cropped.
60. No, not cropped. And I don't know about if it can do like 60 frames or even 120. Probably not in 4K, but 120 in.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact specs, but I remember being a little disappointed with the R6. And I was like, well, okay, like I do want the megapixel increase, so I should go with the R, and I don't have enough money to go with the R5. So yeah, like the R really seems like a good option. The only thing I'm worried about is what if they come out with like a new one, an upgraded version of the R, which would have some nice improvements, I'm sure. Yeah. And then I would just be screwed, and I would have an old model R.
Yeah, that would be something they would do.
Yeah.
Totally. And of course, it'd be like the moment you like get it and start using it.
Yeah.
Like once it's too late to return it.
Exactly.
And then Canon would be like, guess what? We're releasing a new camera. And you're just there like, yeah, you know what I'm picturing right now?
No.
It's a meme. You definitely know it.
The Mike Wazowski
yes.
one. Yeah. Exactly.
We just... yeah.
I would just send an email to our great reps at Canon, right? Just that meme. Like, really? We really did that?
Yeah. Why are you doing me like that? Canon, I thought we had something here.
Yeah.
Something special. But then you had to go and do that.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see. Maybe one day I'll just walk in here with an EOS R next year.
That'll be fun. Mm-hmm. That'll be a nice surprise.
Then we can shoot in 4K.
Honestly, I don't know if we need to do that. Actually, yeah. Speaking of, I shot a video yesterday.
Okay.
Which I told you I was gonna shoot hot sauce.
Oh yeah.
Video.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't looked at the clips yet. I don't know if I got enough. I think it's gonna be a short one, just like 10-15 seconds. Keep it nice and like.
That's
because I didn't take a ton of clips.
Uh huh.
Like I kind of wanted more, but then I was just like, I don't really know what else to do. So I was like, I'm just gonna not bother. I'll try to maybe give it an edit, and then I can see. Worst case, I can just set up again and shoot more, which would be a little annoying because it was a little bit of a setup. Actually, you know what? I'll show you the picture. I took a picture.
Okay.
A little behind the scenes photo. It was fun little setup up in the living room.
Aha.
So, I used the TV as a backdrop, which you could obviously see there. Mm-hmm. And my table, this table that we're using right now to film, was not high enough for the product to actually be like with the TV behind it as the backdrop. So I was like, damn it. Okay, so I was like, what should I do here? So I took the step stool, put it on the table. Okay. Right? And then I put my little Lazy Susan, that's what it's called, with a little glass, and then the hot sauce on the glass. Also, I moved things too many times, and like I almost dropped the glass once.
Oh my.
I dropped the hot sauce once. It was a sketchy. But then now I lifted this up, so now my slider also has to be taken up. Right. So I'm like, oh my god. So I'm like, okay, how do I do this? What's the best way I can do this? Super janky.
Oh no.
I don't know if you could really tell in the picture, but like basically I went upstairs and found some books.
Oh my god.
This is the first time I've used a dictionary in a long time, right?
Oh my god.
So I used a dictionary and my like huge Spider-Man comic that's like this thick, right? But then the Spider-Man comic was too high, so I put weights under the dictionary. But then the weights made the dictionary a little too high, so then I took my smaller weights, put it under the Spider-Man comic, and then got it to be just about level. Like it was a little off, but it was pretty close.
That's just too much.
It was just a whole setup. So I don't really want to do it again. I don't really want to set that all up again.
Yeah.
But if I have to, then I will. Anyway, I'm going so off topic. The whole point I brought this up, the whole reason I brought this up was because you brought up 4K.
I did.
And I shot in 4K for this. Mm-hmm. Some of the clips were in 120 frames per second, some 60, and some just 24. Mm-hmm. Obviously, because I want to slow the 60 and 120 down. I don't know how many clips I took. I should double check, or maybe I'll put it in like afterwards when I'm editing this. It was not a ton.
Okay.
And it was 51.5 gigs.
Ooh.
And considering these are 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know if 4K is going to be the move.
We could totally do it.
We could do it.
And test it out.
This is true. So, if Adam gets the R, then maybe we'll shoot in 4K.
Yeah.
But you'll just have to wait. Keep tuning in for that. Another thing I wanted to bring up, I was reading this on F-Stoppers, where I usually go to find my,
of course,
photography information. And the title of this is 4 Clueless Photographers Trapped in Escape Rooms with 90 Minutes to Create the Perfect Image. Whoa. And I was like, whoa, that sounds cool. So I just kind of skimmed through it. I didn't read the entire thing. But let's see. I'll just read some bits and pieces. What is the greatest challenge you've faced on a photo shoot? Your answer may very well include time, pressure, an annoying art director, lack of gear, unknown locations, and much more. So this is exactly what ProPhoto did to some 4 photographers who were asked to take their cameras to a secret location. And obviously they didn't know what was happening. And they were given 4 tasks to complete. Basically racing to create an image under the harshest conditions a photographer may find themselves in.
Jesus.
I don't even know what that means. Like, what you got freaking wind tunnels on, like
rain.
What's going on? Like, yeah. And then you gotta like make a freaking protector for your camera, put it in a plastic bag, put a hole. I don't know. I don't know what else. It doesn't really go too into detail on it. Mm-hmm. But like, that just sounds like such a cool concept to me. Like, I just want to see what you think about it.
That is so fun. Because when we were in first year in our design class, and we got those like weekly assignments just to like go shoot something cool with a theme, that was so much fun.
And
like,
then it's like you have 10 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever he gave us, go do that. Yeah. Yeah, it was always a fun time.
It was so much fun.
Yeah. I could imagine it being stressful in this situation.
Yeah, but like you're not doing it for a company. You're not losing money. Yeah. It's just, here's the situation and get a cool photo.
Yeah. I want to try. Like, ProPhoto, I think we need to reach out to ProPhoto.
Yeah. We'll get our Canon reps to,
that's
shoot them
literally
an email.
Exactly what I was going to say. We just get each other. Man, I want to try that. I haven't even done a regular like escape room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me neither.
Did they actually make the, like, was it actually an escape room though, or was it just, like, you know what I mean? Like, could somehow the photos have to? I don't know how you would do that though. Like, that just takes too much brain power. I don't have that right now.
They get the edit done and upload it to a Dropbox, and then like a moderator, like,
yeah, this is shit, so you can't get out yet.
Spend another hour trying to edit.
Oh, that
do
would
it again.
Suck. That would suck. And the other thing is, I was reading an article about the Nikon ZFC, the retro looking one.
Yeah.
I did not read this whole thing because it was way too long, and it's Nikon. You think I'm gonna take 20 minutes to read this? No.
Yeah, right.
So what I did naturally was, I think I read like the first paragraph, and then scrolled to the bottom to find the overall consensus, which somehow I now can't seem to find. I'm not okay. Maybe it wasn't right at the bottom. I don't even know.
Unfortunately, we can't find the article now. Wonder why.
I have the article open. I can't find the part I was going to pull up. But basically, this guy said it was good. It was like, he said it was, there was only a couple of things that he like didn't like, but it was nothing too big. One of them being the grip. It doesn't actually have a grip.
Oh.
Right? It's just
right.
flat.
Right.
So he said, obviously, if you're holding that for a while, and there's a button somewhere on the front, I don't know where, but he said he found himself like just pressing it by accident from when he was holding it. So little things like that. And there was, what was the other thing? I think it was auto ISO. They don't have, or auto. It was, yeah, I believe it was ISO. And I was like, that is very surprising.
Yeah.
With like our modern cameras. I mean, I know this is supposed to look retro, but it's supposed to have the technology
of today,
the modern technology, right? Yeah. So where's the auto ISO?
Dude, I honestly thought that was just like standard,
right, on
every camera. I didn't know they could come with
even my freaking Rebel that I used to have had that. Like,
yeah, same.
What I mean, not that I really use it, so it wouldn't matter to me,
right? But for like
if you're relatively new,
a beginner,
because this is not a cheaper camera, but it's a cheaper option, that's mirrorless, and it looks cool, so people are definitely going to be drawn to that,
of course. And
then they buy it and possibly don't know how to use a camera, and then they're like, whoa, what is this ISO? I don't know. And then they just got to figure it out. I mean, it won't take them that long. If they just move it around, they'll see what happens. But you know, it's just sometimes it's just nice to have that auto, just in case. So basically, Nikon.
What it always comes down to.
Up your game.
Yeah.
Like, just why are we still telling you this?
Why?
How many times have we told them now?
I don't know.
Too many.
Way too many.
We've only had 21 episodes, or 20, now 21. I can't. I don't know. That's all I have to say about Nikon.
We'll just get the Canon reps. They'll also send an email to Nikon.
That'll go down well.
Yeah.
Nikon, just do better. Then it'll just become a full out like war.
Which is good.
Yeah, we can just watch it all happen with our Canon cameras and take photos.
Oh, exactly.
Oh my god.
You already know who wins that, so
it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
But if you don't know, just like go back like 20 seconds and watch this whole thing again.
Or watch almost any other episode.
Yeah. Or that. Yeah, you know what? Just go watch the other episodes. Definitely watch last week. Yeah. And then when you don't find it in last week's, go watch another one. Maybe the one before. Maybe you'll find it in the one before. I don't remember now, to be honest. Probably.
Yeah.
Honestly, there might have been a little jab in last week's episode too. I don't remember at this point.
I think there was.
There probably was. It just can't help it. I literally still own a Nikon camera. I mean, I don't use it.
Yeah.
But
it's just collecting dust, like all Nikon cameras do.
Exactly. So that is a great place, I think, to leave off.
Of course, yeah.
That was actually the last topic I had anyway.
Yeah.
And we're coming up on 30 minutes here.
There you go.
So thank you for watching, everyone. Be sure to like and subscribe. And most importantly, click that bell, because it does feel so good. You will not regret it.
You won't.
You won't.
I promise.
Guaranteed by Adam.
See ya.